Hello, welcome back to another pedal review. Today I'm looking at 3 different Boss pedals. But ask how you are. Sorry, are you well? That's good. I'm well too, thank you. Hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am looking at 3 different pedals from our favorite company, Boss. Firstly, synthesizer, SY-1, the PH-3 phase shifter, and the Tera Echo or TE2. Now these 3 pedals are 3 of my favorites, all for different reasons, and they all have so many amazing capabilities that we are gonna have a look at. Now I'm sure you're all familiar with the SY-1. We have a bazillion settings on here. So we've got this knob here on this side. We've got the sounds that we wanna do, a variation of said sound. We can adjust our tone. It's kind of like an effect sweep on that one. And this controls how much of the effect and how much of our dry signal comes in and out. Now it's pretty flexible and you can get some incredible sounds out of this. I bought this one shortly after it came out from my favorite store, Belfield Music. Check those guys out. They're awesome. They'll sort you out. I was umming and ahhing. I went in, tried it and thought, you know, I don't have it, so I want it. Here it is. Secondly, the phase shifter. Now this guy here, this gives us the type of phase that we want, whether it be a step, rise, fall, etc. We have the resonance control, the depth, and the rate. I bought this pedal back when I was about 20. I was in a band. I didn't have any effects. I used an amp. I had a clean channel, a crunch, and then a more dirty channel. So the lead guitarist, he had, I think it was 5 pedals at the time, and I was like, whoa, so many pedals. So I went down to our local music store, found this one, and yeah, it's awesome. I like it. And lastly, we have the Tera Echo. I freaking love this pedal. It's so cool. Over here, we've got the spread time, feedback, tone, and the effect level. Now, I think it is technically a delay, but in my GT1000 core, we find it under reverb, which it kind of does both. You're gonna hear it, it's gonna be amazing. Now, I read somewhere that apparently Tash Sultana has one of these on her board and she uses it all the time. If you don't know who she is, she's an Australian live looping indie artist. She's not my style, but she's amazing. So if you appreciate talent, you should check her out. Now you might be asking, why these 3 pedals? Well, end of the day, they're stomp boxes and they're designed to be used with one another. So the synth pedal on its own sounds great, you can get some cool stuff, but when you combine it with other sounds, it's really where it starts to show off. Hence, we're gonna put it into the phaser and then throw our Tera Echo at the end. And I'm just gonna give you an example of what you can get from these 3 pedals. They're awesome. Hope you enjoy. Okay, today, axe of choice is my ESP E2 Purple Sparkle, courtesy of Belfield Music again. Thank you guys. I've got all my guitar sounds today coming from my GT1000 core. I've got a clean sound, crunch, and a little bit heavier. Signal path, I'm going into a Boss CP1X. Out of that, straight into the SY-1, straight into the phaser. Now the phaser goes into the front of the core where I'm getting my amp sounds from. And then I've got the Tera echo in the effects loop. I like this one at the end of the chain so it doesn't get pushed by the front of the amp. Sounds way better in my opinion. So you obviously heard at the start what each of these pedals sounds like more or less on their own. But the point of this is to hear what these can do when they're in unison. Let's run them all together. Now I'm going to play with a few of the synth sounds today. I don't have time to go through all of them. Clean sound first. What do we got, baby? Nothing. Right? I mean, if you're a keys player, be afraid because we are taking over, my friend. Dirty up. On this pedal as well, we had the option to have our dry signal pass through and the effect go through elsewhere. So we can run this through our effects loop and not actually affect any of the tones that are happening in the pedal. So our distortion sound can come through and we can do whatever we want to the synth sound. Again, endless possibilities. Now this knob here, as I said, does control like the rate and tone and sweeping and all that sort of thing. So we have an expression pedal input on the side. The expression pedal can control a variety of things. One being this, we can control a tap tempo, and depending on the setting, we can also have like a pitch shift. So on some of those bassy sounds, you can have a wah. It's pretty cool. So I've got the synth effect turned up here and my dry signal is turned all the way down because I want you guys to hear what this can do. You can blend, I'll just show you real quick. So obviously you can still get some pretty cool guitar sound into it and you can blend the synth in with it, but that's not the point of today's video. What I really like with this is the bass sounds. Pretty cool, right? Bon Jovi, eat your heart out. You can basically make up your own very unique sounds, very synth-like, and basically make what this guitar should sound like. I really like the step phaser effect. Let's check that on the bass. Now, I don't know if you can hear how well that's tracking in there, but that feels and plays perfectly. Let's move along. Some mad arpeggios you can get on the SY-1. so good. Ooh, I think that's an organ, that one. So that right there, we've got that on the string sound. You wouldn't think so. And this, number 12. On the phaser, we have an expression pedal input on the side, and that gives us a real-time control of our rate of the phase. Also, I didn't realize it, even though it's written quite clearly there, that when we press and hold for 2 seconds, we get a tap tempo. That could have saved me a lot of time. How about that? That's a pretty unique pad sound. Like, you can have that as a backing. I mean, you can add that into anything. You don't need to download samples. Just use your pedals, guys. I mean, this is awesome. Oh, that's mad. All right, and to finish up, let's look at an awesome dirty lead. Sick. Well, there we go, guys. I hope that's given you a little bit of an insight into these three pedals here and given you some ideas of how to use them. This one in particular is actually my favorite. I still love my phaser, and I use this one all the time when I'm looking for some cool sounds, just to fill out some space and add something to my music. All the best. I will see you around. Take it easy.